Hey you guys, it's me, Happily Naomi, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be playing around with some makeup and some brushes from Juvia's place. So I got the 9-piece brush set from Juvia's place. So I got the 9-piece brush set from Juvia's place, and they released these when they released their blush palettes. So these are the volume 1 and volume 2 Saharan blush palettes that they released, I believe, sometime in May. So this is volume 1, which is supposed to be for darker skinned girls. And then this is volume 2, which is supposed to be for like lighter to medium tone girls, but I think anybody can use these palettes. I think they are super pigmented, and I will include swatches in this video for you guys. And I also picked up the Magic palette from Juvia's place. There are just so many delicious colors in here, so many like bright colors, so many greens and golds, and just everything about this palette is magic. Today I'm just going to be playing around with the eyeshadow palette and the blush palettes and the brushes just to see how they work. So let's go ahead and get started. I already have my base done. I used a combination of the e.l.f. There's like the Flawless Finish foundation. Comes in like that frosted bottle, and then I used the Shea Moisture like CC cream too underneath that, and that's how I got this base. So going in, so I just like I have some leftover like foundation on my Real Technique sponge. I've been really loving this Real Technique sponge lately because it's so jumbo sized. It's for like the face and body, so I guess like if you like self tan or something, that's what it's for. But obviously I don't need to self tan. But like maybe if I wanted to apply like a body oil or a body shimmer, like this would be good for that. Alright, so just put a little bit of that over my eyes, and I'm going to go into the Magic palette here, and I don't really know what look I'm going for, but we're just gonna have some fun. So starting off with the only thing, so I'm going to be using these Juvia's Place brushes too. The one thing that I'm not liking so far about them is that they don't have like any numbers or names, so I can't really tell you what that is. But this looks to be like a blending brush. So I'm just going to go into this shade right here, and this is the shade Nana. And I'm just going to dip my brush in here, and I'm going to just go into my crease. Alright, so right off the bat, that is like super pigmented and super pretty. This brush is super soft too. It's like not scratchy, and it blends out the shadow really, really well. I'm very impressed so far. And this is only like the first brush and the first color. So I'm going to just pick up some more of Nana. I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to keep blending. I really enjoy Juvia's Place shadows because they pack a punch for such an affordable price. I really don't know how they do it. It is just amazing to me. So I'm going to deepen up the crease just a little bit by going into Zakia. So I'm just going to pop my brush into there. I'm going to tap off the excess, and I'm just going to deepen up the crease just a bit. So using this like shader brush, this looks to be like super flat and like really like dense, so it's going to like really pack on that shadow to the lid. to take, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to take the shade here. This is the shade Ife, and I'm going to pack that all over the lid. So I'm just going to dip my brush. So I'm dipping my brush into Ife here. And pray for me because I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I'm hoping for the best. I'm going to be taking the other blender brush from the collection, and I'm just going to put that into Ife and just blend that all over the lid. Next, I'm going to go back with that shader brush, and I'm going to dip it into Faso, which is the shade right here, and I'm just going to pat it all over, and I'm going to put that right on top of Ife. So far, I am loving how this is turning out. And you guys, there's like no fallout on my face. Do you see that? Also, I'm not wearing any highlighter. That's just my lamp right now. And then going back with that first blender brush that we used, I'm going to dip it back into Nana. And I'm just going to clean up that area where the crease and the lid meet. Just blend out any harsh edges. So then for the lower lash line, I'm going to dip this into Nana, and I'm going to go into my lower lash line with that. And I'm also using this like smudger like liner brush. And then I'm also going to go into this shade here, which is Aja. And I'm going to smoke that on my lower lash line as well. So for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use that second blender brush, and I'm going to dip my brush into Boranu, and I'm going to pop that on my brow bone. And I'm probably going to put some of this in my inner corners. So moving away from the Magic palette and moving into the Saharan Blush Palettes, I'm going to go into the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1, and I'm going to bronze up my face using, I'm making a mess. I'm going to bronze up my face using this shade right here, which is Abby. And I'm going to be using this smaller tapered, I'm going to use the bigger of the tapered brushes, and this, you guys, is so soft. Like I could rub this on my hand like all day. It's just so soft. Let's see how it performs with applying blush to the face. So I'm going to be dipping the brush into that shade and just going to warm up the face a little bit, give it a little bit of dimension. Oh wow, that's very pigmented. Maybe went a little too heavy-handed, but that, I mean, that's blending out really well. I just went way too heavy-handed there. But it's okay, we'll make it work. I always go heavy-handed on the cheeks anyway. This brush, I gotta tell you, it is so nice. It's really soft. It's blending out really, really well. And I think I may have a new favorite for bronzer. Just gonna throw that out there. Alright, so now that we've bronzed up, I'm going to go into, should I stick with volume 1 or should I go into volume 2? I'm going to go into the volume 2 palette and I'm going to use the shade Tau for my cheeks. And I'm going to be using the smaller of the tapered brushes to apply the blush. Wow. That is pigmented. Whoa. And that's really pretty. Pigmented, but very pretty. With that same small tapered brush, I'm also gonna apply my highlight. I think I'm gonna do Zara. So I'm just gonna dip it in one time just to pick up some of that highlight. I mean, look at that. Do you see that? Down the bridge of the nose. I'm also going to be taking the Juvia's Place Saharan Eyeliner that came with the Saharan palette. And this is the black shade, and I'm going to be lining my eyes with that. So I'm going to be using this angled liner brush from the Juvia's Place Brush Collection. And I'm going to be lining my eyes with this. I also don't have my contacts in right now. I'm doing everything blind today. So that's why I'm holding my mirror up close and personal. This liner brush is so big that it may not be the best for creating a wing. Okay, so I'm back and I have the rest of my face done. I put on some mascara and some lips. And here are my final thoughts on the Juvia's Place items. Alright, so of all the brushes that I used today, so I used the big face brush, loved it. The small tapered face brush, loved that too. The two blending brushes. So these two blending brushes, okay, so of all the face brushes that I used today, I only used 6 of the 9. These are the 3 that oh wait, no. I only used, there were 2 of them that I didn't use. I didn't use 2 of these brushes. So the brushes that I liked this big face brush for putting on the bronzer. I liked this one for putting on blush and highlighter. These 2 blending brushes here, these were really good for really putting that color into the crease and for buffing out any harsh lines. The shader brush was good for packing on that color to the lids. The only brush that I didn't like that I used today was this liner brush. I think it's too wide and it wasn't precise enough, and I think it was too soft that like my liner was going all over the place. So as you can see, like my eyeliner looks super janky right now. And I wasn't even trying to save it. I just wanted to do like a real first impressions using this brush. Couldn't really save it, so I like used this brush to pack on the powder. onto the eyelid. So this would be good to use if you're using the powder as an eyeliner, but this is not good to use for this particular gel liner. And I'm not sure if it was a combination of this liner and the brush, or this brush by itself with the liner, but it just got super messy. So I tried to save it by putting some of that Ife color onto the eyeliner. Okay, so those are the brushes. As for the palettes, the Magic palette is super cute, super fun. The colors are greatly pigmented. Like, I seriously don't know how Juvia's Place does it. I am really excited to play around with this color. So this is, look at how vibrant that is. That is crazy. And then that's the color Nubia. And this color Koji right here, it looks very fun and bright, and it reminds me of Fruit Loops. And then this color Buzo is this green color. Like, oh, look at that. Those are the colors that I'm like drawn to right now. And then these colors from the Saharan palette, they're just like so beautiful. Like, the Saharan one looks like summer to me. Like, you've got your bright pink and your orange. Like, look at this orange blush. Like, oh, that is so pretty. And you've got like your more like calmer pinks and like really rosy colors in the Saharan too. Would I recommend any of these palettes? Yeah, like they're super affordable. Like the blush palettes retail at like $18 a piece, and I think the Magic palette was $20 something. And plus there are coupon codes out there that you can use to save some money, so you are sure to find something that will work for you at a great deal. So let me know if you want me to do more looks with this palette. Let me know if you already have this palette and you've been playing around with it. Comment down below if you like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. And make sure to choose your own happy. Alright, bye you guys.